name is David Olara, and I've been working as a settlement practitioner for about 10 years plus in Canada. Yeah, the first Block Summit was very good this weekend because we met a lot of people and we made a lot of interaction, especially the session that I said in settlement and integration. Was very reactive. People were responding and answering the question, and then talking about the problem that need to be solved for the newcomer that comes to, especially New Brunswick. New Brunswick African Association is a non-profit organization. We work day and night to help these people who are vulnerable on the street, lacking good housing, lacking support, information session. So we've been helping them, making sure that they get the right path, especially from African countries.
Mon nom est Anissé Bouranga, je suis le président de l'association Initiative Afro-Canadienne du Nouveau-Brunswick. Je tenais à saluer les structures, les organisations qui ont mis en place ce sommet, qui s'est bien déroulé pour une première fois, les échanges riches et les discussions, les rencontres avec les nouvelles organisations et les nouvelles personnalités. Donc, surtout, je tenais à encourager ceux qui ont organisé cette rencontre, bien qu'il y ait des choses à améliorer, comme dans tous les événements, ne manque pas, mais ça a été un moment agréable. Ayant participé comme intervenant francophone, comme participant francophone, ma suggestion est d'impliquer plus d'organisations, plus de structures de la communauté dans l'organisation pour que prochainement, il y ait beaucoup plus d'impact par rapport à ce qui s'est fait aujourd'hui. Et comme d'autres structures qui seraient intéressées, il serait très important de les mettre au courant à temps et de les associer et de demander leur apport dans l'organisation et dans la mobilisation. Et ainsi, je pense que prochainement, le sommet aura beaucoup plus des effets positifs et d'impact en termes de mobilisation, en termes d'apport constructif pour les perspectives de la communauté en général.
My name is Antonio Michael Downing. I'm a writer, speaker, musician. I found the first Black Summit really vibrant, lots of intelligent opinions, lots of great analysis. I was really impressed by the solutions that were being offered, and I was really impressed by how vibrant it was here in New Brunswick. It's been a long time since I've been here, so I was really impressed by that. Well, I think you have to build your community, right? I think that your community, when you come so far from home and you're separated from everything you know, your culture, your food, your everything, your language in some cases, you have to build with your community first so that you keep rooted in where you came from, and also build with other Black people. Because I think, when you come from Africa, you don't think of Blackness as an important thing because, everybody's Black. But here, it's very different. And there's other Black people who are born here, Black people from Europe, Black people from the Caribbean, Black people from Brazil and South America. Like, we got a Jamaican, a Brazilian flag right here. And I think you share an experience with them, although they might seem very different. But the truth is, they treat all of us the same. And they the society at large doesn't recognize Africa from Caribbean or, Kingston from Kinshasa. They don't know the difference. And so those people have been here for a long time, like me, because, we're closer. So we've been here for a long time. So build with those other Black communities because they have a lot to offer and they want to offer it. And to be honest, you have a lot to offer them as well.
This is how we do it. The one thing I would love to see here is that it's important for our elders to be involved, to tell the story, like some of the stories we've been hearing, the last 2 days. I want our young professionals to be involved, to tell a story, their story, of what they've accomplished with the support of their elders. I want the business people here to see, and I'm not talking just black business people, white business people, to see how much we can contribute to with their support. I want the government here to see that we're not asking for handouts, just a helping hand. And I want the educators, the white educators, to be here to see that the resources and the wealth of talent and knowledge that we have can contribute to the bigger picture. And I want the kids here to see, when they look up, that's what I want to be. It takes a village and a community to make this happen.
If the government, provincial, federal should be attending this summit, New Brunswick Black First Summit, would be very good, and that would be very helpful. That's where they will hear from the people themselves, saying exactly the problem they have. That will be very helpful. And also for the organizer, if they could continue, probably maybe be twice a year, that could be something great.
Second of all, I would say have more Caribbean black speakers, have more Canadian black speakers who grew up here to sort of share their knowledge, like I am, with the community, because again, they have a lot to offer, but I'm the only one here this time. So bring more of them. And then also more people from other communities, Indigenous people especially. You can't really understand Canada unless you understand Indigenous people. And they might not be powerful or be the mayor or the member of parliament, but they understand the way our society works in a way none of us do, because they were here first and they've been here all along. So bring those people here to the conference as well. That's all I would suggest. Yeah.
Well, overly ecstatic about the turnout itself. There was a storm, for example. We put in a lot of work, and you'd think that people wouldn't come, but they still did. A large proportion of people, because of the need and the desire that everybody had. You could see a passion, and whether it was even from Nova Scotia to drive through that storm to get here. They were the ones that we saw as a starting point, because we do know the connection with the education system and the justice system, for example. The education to prison pipeline has been mentioned. A systemic racism is in every category of institution. So housing could have been on the table. Health, which is a social determinant, over all of them. Economics could have been. There's so many. You have to start somewhere. So we selected those ones that were more intersectional. And actually the Francophone connection came in later, when we recognized, we're in a bilingual province, the only one, and we were reached out to just before the summit. And it was like, yes, when we talk about all these different areas, we didn't talk about the challenges and the contributions of the Francophone community, Black Afro descent community. So we wanted to put them on to show recognition for that, being left out, because we know exactly what that feels like on a larger scale. Well, they're already talking about another one. It's probably talks, they're desiring it to be in Moncton. So, hey, we'll see if they select it. That's great. But it's not our own summit. Like those people who put it together, a small group of us, like Pure Gold, for example, with Faith and Boda NB. It was everybody. Like the summit belongs to everybody. So the work that we collected, the data we're going to get from that, they're going to help us decide what's next. Like there are questions like, should it be biannually, for example, like we were talking earlier, or yearly, but we're also considering maybe a monthly discussion, so that we can continue to keep people up to date and find out what they think should be next.